The history of Scotland is a tapestry woven with threads of courage, ambition, and a relentless fight for freedom. This land, with its rugged landscapes and storied past, has been the stage for countless tales of heroism and defiance. At the heart of this narrative stand the kings of Scotland, the rulers who guided their people through times of peace and turmoil. They are figures of legend and history, their names etched into the very soul of the nation. These monarchs were not just leaders, they were symbols of the Scottish spirit, embodying the hopes and dreams of their people. From the mists of time to the dawn of a new era, these monarchs shaped the destiny of Scotland. Their decisions, battles and alliances forged the path that the nation would follow. Their reigns witnessed epic battles, political intrigue and cultural transformations that continue to resonate today. Each king left an indelible mark on the history of Scotland, influencing the culture and identity of the nation. This is their story, a journey through time to uncover the legacy of the legendary kings of Scotland. We will explore the events that defined their reigns and the challenges they faced. We will delve into the lives and times of some of the most significant figures who wore the crown, understanding their motivations and the impact of their rule. Exploring their triumphs and tragedies, the moments of glory and the times of despair that defined their legacies, their impact on the nation and their enduring legacy. Join us as we uncover the rich history and the enduring spirit of the Scottish monarchy. Our journey begins in the 9th century with Kenneth MacAlpin, a figure shrouded in myth and legend. MacAlpin is credited with uniting the warring Pictish and Gaelic kingdoms, forging a new nation that would become Scotland. His reign marked the birth of a distinct Scottish identity, laying the foundation for centuries of history to come. MacAlpin's reign was marked by conflict and consolidation as he fought to secure his kingdom's borders and establish its dominance. His victory over the Picts at the Battle of Scone in 843 AD is seen as a pivotal moment in Scottish history, marking the emergence of a unified kingdom. This unification under MacAlpin laid the groundwork for the development of a distinct Scottish culture and identity. The late 13th and early 14th centuries marked a turbulent period in Scottish history as the nation found itself embroiled in a bitter struggle for independence against English domination. This era, known as the Wars of Independence, witnessed the rise of iconic figures like William Wallace and Andrew Murray. Wallace, a charismatic and skilled warrior, ignited the flames of resistance with his victory at the Battle of Stirling Bridge in 1297. His guerrilla tactics and unwavering determination against English rule made him a symbol of Scottish resistance. Following Wallace, Andrew Murray emerged as a key figure in the fight for independence. Robert the Bruce, crowned king in 1306, emerged as the true hero of Scotland's fight for freedom. His coronation marked the beginning of a new era for the Scottish people, who had long been yearning for a leader to guide them through their struggles. Bruce's reign was marked by early setbacks and crushing defeats, yet he refused to yield to English pressure. Despite facing numerous challenges, including betrayal and loss, Bruce's resilience and strategic acumen kept the spirit of resistance alive. His unwavering commitment to Scottish independence rallied the nation and inspired hope even in the darkest of times. Bruce's ability to unite the clans and forge a cohesive fighting force was instrumental in turning the tide of the conflict. In 1314, at the Battle of Bannockburn, Bruce's forces routed the English army led by King Edward II. This battle was a turning point, showcasing Bruce's military genius and the indomitable spirit of the Scottish warriors. This decisive victory secured Scotland's independence and cemented Bruce's status as a national icon. The triumph at Bannockburn was celebrated across the land, and Bruce's leadership became a symbol of hope and perseverance. Bruce's reign was not just about military victories, he also focused on consolidating his power and restoring order to a kingdom ravaged by war. His efforts to rebuild the nation included reforms in governance and law, ensuring a more just and stable society. He established a more stable and prosperous Scotland, laying the foundation for a period of growth and stability. Under his rule, Scotland began to flourish with improvements in agriculture, trade, and infrastructure, setting the stage for future generations to thrive. Section 5. The Stuart Dynasty, a New Era. The death of Robert the Bruce in 1329 ushered in the Stuart dynasty with the accession of his son, David II. The Stuarts would rule Scotland for the next 2 centuries, a period marked by political intrigue, cultural change, and ongoing conflicts with England. The early Stuart kings faced numerous challenges, including maintaining Scotland's hard-won independence and navigating the complex web of European politics. Despite these challenges, the Stuart era saw significant cultural and intellectual growth in Scotland. The establishment of the University of St Andrews in 1413, for example, marked a flourishing of learning and scholarship. Section 6. James IV, Renaissance King. James IV, who ascended the throne in 1488, is often regarded as Scotland's Renaissance king. He was a patron of the arts and sciences, and his reign saw a flourishing of culture and learning. James IV was a skilled diplomat who forged alliances with European powers. He invested heavily in Scotland's navy, recognizing the strategic importance of sea power. His flagship, the Great Michael, was one of the largest and most powerful warships of its time. James IV's reign was tragically cut short at the Battle of Flodden Field in 1513, where he was killed in battle against the English. His death marked the end of an era of peace and prosperity for Scotland. Section 7. The Reformation and Mary, Queen of Scots. The 16th century witnessed a period of immense religious and political upheaval across Europe, and Scotland was no exception. The continent was in the throes of transformation, with old beliefs being questioned and new ideas taking root. The Protestant Reformation, which began in Germany under Martin Luther's leadership, soon spread to Scotland, challenging the long-standing authority of the Catholic Church. This movement led to decades of religious strife and conflict as communities were torn apart by differing beliefs. This period saw the rise of influential figures such as John Knox, a fiery and passionate preacher who became a leading voice of the Scottish Reformation. Knox's sermons and writings galvanized many Scots to embrace Protestantism, further intensifying the religious divide. The reign of Mary, Queen of Scots, was marked by tragedy and turmoil. As a Catholic queen in a predominantly Protestant country, her rule was fraught with challenges and opposition. A Catholic queen in a nation increasingly embracing Protestantism, Mary faced fierce opposition from powerful Protestant lords. These lords saw her as a threat to their newfound religious freedom and sought to undermine her authority at every turn. Accused of complicity in her husband's murder, Mary was forced to abdicate in favor of her infant son, James VI. She fled to England, seeking the protection of her cousin, Queen Elizabeth I. However, her arrival in England only led to further complications, as Elizabeth saw her as a potential rival to the English throne. Mary's life, filled with intrigue and betrayal, ultimately ended in imprisonment and execution. Section 8. James VI and the Union of the Crowns. In 1603, upon the death of Elizabeth I, James VI of Scotland ascended to the English throne as James I, uniting the crowns of England and Scotland. This event, known as the Union of the Crowns, marked a turning point in British history. While remaining separate kingdoms, England and Scotland were now ruled by a single monarch. James VI's reign was marked by efforts to create a unified British identity, though he faced resistance from both English and Scottish parliaments. He is also remembered for commissioning the King James Bible, a landmark achievement in English literature and religious history. Section 9. The Legacy of Kings. The kings of Scotland, from Kenneth MacAlpin to James VI, left an indelible mark on the nation's history and identity. Their reigns, spanning centuries, witnessed the forging of a nation, the fight for freedom, and the birth of a new era. The castles they built, the laws they enacted, and the battles they fought continue to shape our understanding of Scotland today. Their stories, passed down through generations, have become an integral part of Scottish folklore and heritage. The legacy of these monarchs extends beyond political boundaries, influencing literature, art, and popular culture worldwide. Section 10. Conclusion: Echoes of the Past. The kings of Scotland may be gone, but their presence is still felt across the land. Their castles stand as silent sentinels, their stories whispered on the wind. From the rugged highlands to the bustling cities, the echoes of their reigns resonate, reminding us of the enduring power of the past to shape the present. As we reflect on the lives and legacies of these monarchs, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped the Scottish nation. Their stories, filled with triumphs and tragedies, offer valuable lessons in courage, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of freedom. The kings of Scotland may be gone, but their legacy lives on, woven into the very fabric of this ancient and proud nation.